Good evening, parents, Grace Christian School families. This is Dr. Pettinger. Today is Thursday, April 2nd, 2020, and I wanted to provide you an update with everything that's going on at Grace. Boy, things have changed drastically in the last 48 hours. To be exact, as soon as I hit send and uploaded the video on Tuesday to all of our families, probably within 20 minutes, I received a letter from the state superintendent of schools suggesting, and not just suggesting, but saying that public schools would not be returning this school year out of abundance of caution. And I couldn't agree more that we want to do everything we can to be safe. So then the next day, yesterday, Wednesday, April 1st, the governor sent out a letter confirming what the state superintendent said and asking all individual counties to follow through with that. As a result of that letter, we will not be coming back to school on campus this school year as a student body. I want to show you the letter that the state superintendent sent out if you didn't get a chance to see it. Here is the letter. Basically, he's writing to inform the current status of what's going on. He's saying out of abundance of caution and safety concerns, school will not continue for the remainder of this school year. But there's something that's extremely important that needs to be noted here. I'm sure some of the kids are cheering right now, and maybe even some of you parents who are thinking, we're done. We hit the finish line. But here's where the rubber meets the road. It says, this in no way is to suggest that school is over for the year, but rather, we should put all of our efforts into strengthening our delivery of education through distant learning. Parents, that's exactly what we have been doing since we left. We've been increasing our distant learning capacity through using Packets, Google Classroom, Zoom, and a number of mediums that our teachers have been putting into place. It's very important that we continue to stay focused to the end goal of getting through this school year and getting through our curriculum that we need to do. I know I had a meeting this morning that lasted a little over an hour with all of the classroom teachers, and I have to tell you, they are heartbroken that they are not going to have closure with all of their students on that last day of school, when many a tear is shed from the classroom teachers, knowing that their boys and girls that they've spent so much time with are moving on to the next part of their life, which could be another grade level, and in our junior high, they're moving on to high school. So I want to give you some important information about what's going on as a result of that meeting I had with all of the classroom teachers today. School is going to continue the way we're doing it. I have asked the teachers to take their foot off the gas just a little bit, and in doing so, making sure that we're not overwhelming every home. Now, I know and they know that we have a number of different circumstances in every home based on parents that are working at home, parents that aren't working, families that have slow internet, families that have fast, families that don't have enough devices in their homes. So our teachers are going to provide a lot of grace in going forward and doing things. Just making sure that your child is performing the work and moving forward. We're looking for the effort as we continue to make it through. In addition, we're continuing to look at new ways to keep the students engaged and to keep them excited about school. Just today, our junior high did the first time ever chapel on Zoom for junior high. I talked to Mr. Barkley today in our staff meeting, and he is going to be putting together some way of doing chapel for the elementary school, and we'll have more information on that coming to you very soon. But our teachers are excited and they are working very hard. I know in talking to them, they're putting in probably twice as many hours as they normally would, trying to create new avenues that can be taken through a computer or things of that nature. So here are some important dates that you might like to jot down. April 7th and April 21st will be drop-off and pickup days for paperwork. The time is from 9 to noon that you can come by, and we will have teachers will be out there and staff members will be out there to help facilitate the drop-off and pickup of schoolwork. Now, we want to remind you, if a teacher's out there, please don't run up and hug them. Let's continue to set a good example of social distancing, and let's get through this very quick. But we just want to make sure we're there to say hi and to continue our relationships with each and every one of you. Now, parents, I know many of you work throughout the day, and getting to school for a package pickup or drop-off between 9 and 2 is virtually impossible, and it's not designed to create one more ounce of stress. You can swing by later in the day to pick it up from our preschool daycare that we are still providing for our essential workers, our parents who need that. And right now we're still averaging about 7 children that are coming to that whose parents have no alternative but to use this service that we're providing. And you will be able to go there to pick up after hours, or if you can't make it on the 7th or the 21st, you can come on the 8th or the 9th, a date that works better for you. If you want, call the office and leave a message, or it's better yet, email your classroom teacher so that they know and they can let the office know. Because people aren't in the office, it could be a little while of a lag until we get a message. Also, this is going to be I know how hard our kids are working. I know how hard you parents are working in helping facilitate this also. So we have decided, by looking at all of our minutes that we're going to school and doing everything, that we will not have school on Good Friday in respect of Easter coming up, and that's on Friday, April 10th, and we will not have school on Monday following Easter, April 13th. That will give you a 4-day weekend. Shut the computers, don't do any work for school, and just love up on each other. Get some time to do online church and do things like that, and catch up on some movies or whatever that you want to do. Just take these 4 days to enjoy yourself and do that. Another important date that I need you to write down is the last day of school. The last day of school will be on May 20th. That is a Wednesday. That is the last day of school, and all assignments and work need to be turned in by that date. We will be providing you with additional information as to when books can be returned to school and when you can pick up student property that is in all of their desks and in their lockers. Our teachers and staff will be going through and putting those in special bags, properly labeled, so that we're able to still maintain social distancing and do it in the safest manner possible. Another important thing I wanted to bring up to you is TK through 3rd grade are the groups that are picking up packeting of work or dropping off graded work. Also, if you're in the Learning Center, or 4th, 5th, and 6th, or junior high has asked you to pick up a special project, you will know that when they have told you through Google Classroom or whatever the avenue is. Our kindergarten teachers are looking at assessment tools that they're going to utilize to do the year in assessments, and this is going to be pretty unique. They had some great conversations today on how they're looking at doing that. So we're very sad that the school year is going to end this way. I can tell you this, we are looking at a number of different ways that we can get together and celebrate the year on a day that we can come together and do that. Also, junior high 8th graders, I know this has to be traumatic for you, that there has to be closure, and there will be closure. You have my guarantee. As soon as we possibly can host a graduation, we will do a graduation excuse me, and provide you with all of the honor and recognition that you have earned and you deserve for finishing out your kindergarten through 8th grade years. And we want to celebrate that with you. So as soon as we know that we can do it, parents, I will get that information to you. Our daycare preschool for essential workers is still continuing. Our teachers are not on campus as to follow the orders put out by the Orange County Department of Health and also by the State Department of Health. They're only coming on campus to do essential work, pick up packets, drop packets off, and get supplies that they might need. When I say supplies, I know some grades are coming up with special assignments that they're working on. The teachers are scaling those back some. We do not, let me emphasize, we do not expect you to go out and buy special things to work on any assignment. We want you to do assignments from what you have around the house. I think that's what's going to make these so unique. I had the teachers laughing because it reminded me when I was in 4th grade in Mrs. Ashaway's class, and we had to do our assignments on the Pueblos in California. And I did a Pueblo, and I didn't have any like little Indian or Army men. I did them out of hot dogs. Yeah, hot dogs. I cut out little things, put them on the hot dogs, put them in the classroom, and we dropped them off, and I didn't get a chance to present on Friday, the day I brought mine in. Teacher didn't realize I had hot dogs on my assignment, and on Monday when we came in, the classroom stunk. My little hot dog Indians were starting to rot. But hey, it gave me a memory. Here I am over 50 years later still remembering the story. I'm not suggesting any of you, especially any of you, to use any hot dogs in your assignment, but get creative. Do different things to do whatever it may be, your floats or state reports or things like that. We understand, and we're going to work together. Parents, I can't thank you enough. After my last email, the number of you that sent so many positive notes to me and to the classroom teachers. We were overwhelmed with your kindness. Parents that are donating things to help, parents who are trying to help me navigate through some of the special programs that are available to us as a school, and volunteering any information. Like I said, parents, we're coming through this. We're planning on doing Camp Oasis if we're given the green light, and school will definitely be starting in August as our teachers are planning for that. Parents, we are blessed to partner with you in educating your kids. I guess things can still change in a moment's notice after I upload this video. Anything can change, but I don't know what else could change that I would have to get out to you right away. So just to recall, and the last day of school is May 20th. There is no school on April 10th for Good Friday or Monday, April 13th in honor of Easter. We have 2 drop-offs scheduled on the 7th and 21st to drop off and pick up paperwork on the school campus. Parents, we're continuing to pray for you, continue to pray for us, and pray for our nation, because I know God will take care of this for all of us and make it through. It'll be a memory that many of your students will remember, your children will remember the rest of their lives. I was talking to my wife this evening at dinner, and we were trying to think of things that we remembered in our childhood growing up. And the most memorable thing to us was the devastation of President John F. Kennedy being killed. We can still vividly remember that as a first grader. And so I know that our students will remember the year that school got cut short because of a disease, and I'm sure their kids will be reading about this in history books. Remember, parents, whatever you ask in prayer, you will receive if you have faith. Matthew 21:22. Thank you for allowing us to partner with you in this journey of educating your kids. We plan on finishing strong. Students, I encourage you to finish strong, and it will be May 20th before you know it. The school year will be done, and we'll be getting ready for next year. We'll also have more information to you about yearbooks and how we can do some virtual signings and things like that. Thanks so much, everyone. Have a great evening.